seriously when they have their parliament meeting. Something constructive should be happening. I visit them one evening in the parliament meeting. But what I see happening? Like these people high over cocaine. Why is the speaker speaking? In parliament the Kingston. Eric with a newspaper reading. In parliament the Kingston. They want to stop old people from driving. In parliament the Kingston. That the long stage joke they're making. In parliament the Kingston. Kingston all the time. Blowing everybody mind. Kingston all the time.
Yes, indeed, of course, a pleasant good evening to all and sundry, East, West, North, South, Central, our friends in Tobago, and wherever you are, streaming on the World Wide Web. Pleasant good day to you. Yes, and this is, the, let me make sure, yes, the Wednesday edition of the Corridor Transformation. I thought it was Thursday, I'm going to say, tomorrow night, I am off to, of course, Spargos, or my favorite, of course, what I consider to be watering hole, using, of course, a local expression. But that being as it may, we have a bumper program for you tonight, of course, and I want you to sit back and enjoy. Don't forget, of course, the target is 40,000. So, of course, tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell an acquaintance, tell persons who you may not even know, because they may be total strangers, but of course, just tell them that, of course, the Corridor Transformation every 8 o'clock every night, except on a Friday night. LENNOX Smith, of course, your host. That being as it may, let's hear the Kingston, because, of course, the PNM continue to kick as if this is a joke. But they will soon realize that the ad nauseum, let me repeat, they will soon realize the ad nauseum tolerance of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. They believe it's some kind of kicks that they could abuse us, abuse our resources, misappropriate management policies, and then come in our faces and seek re-elections. That is what they believe. But we're going to look into all of that and those elements that would have been contributing to the leadership and give them that nasty, bad habit, undemocratic, but believe that they could do evil, do wickedness, and still get back into office. A bunch of miscreants that are under what is clearly a criminal enterprise called the PNM. Let us not waste time with that, of course, and them believe it's some kicks. It's some kicks. Of course, let's hear a little piece of that again before, of course, we start. And then, of course, we will go to the more serious. Well, I suppose, let us expand, of course, the nature of the PNM, taking, of course, the people of Trinidad and Tobago for granted and fools.
I think the government in this country should treat the people more seriously when they have their parliament meeting. Something
yes, indeed, they're laughing, but they will soon, as my mother would say, and the senior citizens in this country, laugh and tears and pain and ache resides in the same place. They'll take the same eyes and the same mouth that they would have, of course, conjured up, administered, propagate evil on the people, believing that somehow to do evil is good governance. To misbehave in public office is good governance for the PNM and Rowley and they. To misappropriate our resources is good governance as far as Rowley and they are concerned and the PNM. They could engage in misogynic statements and then say it's not them. And that is good policy as well as good moral and ethical standards. They could engage, of course, in all kinds of secret deals, clandestine, under the guise of what? Of contracts that have a non-disclosure clause in it. And that is, of course, good governance for them. And we could go on and on. But, of course, we have a phone call already. So let's go straight to the phone line.
Raise the salary with a big back pay and
Yes, indeed. Of course, a pleasant good night. Welcome to the corridor.
Good night, Professor LENNOX.
Good night to you as well, my friend.
Kaiso.
Yes, man. Yes, man. We have to show who the PNM really are, and they believe that we are fools, and therefore they could go on kicks, deliver nothing, and then come back in our faces and encourage us to engage in necromancy and, of course, voodoo and obia, because we only said at the opening of the cutting of the ribbon of that half-picked duck facility called the Central Block at the hospital, and then tell us that all of us collectively must engage in telepathy in order to, of course, roll back what the Americans are inevitably going to distribute or to impose on us. But go ahead, my friend.
Law of karma is I don't like to use the word hell of a thing, but that's a descriptive.
Yes. Poetic justice is also a good statement as well. Yes.
You remember in 2015, it had a small man who is now the Minister of Finance.
Yes.
See, they max it out. They have no money in they max out the overhead.
Yeah, use the word. The country running on fumes.
Look what karma has done to him, eh?
Yes.
We are bankrupt now because poor governance in TNT because of the PNM. Look what mismanagement and not basically managing our border